It's always been about innovating. The owner of the company is an innovator. He came up with the technology. I'll actually give you a little bit of a story, like how it all started, right? So he was a shoemaker who moved to the country and wanted to watch birds. So he bought a regular bird feeder, put it up, and then the squirrels took over. So, day after day, he thought and thought, and he came up with this technology of how to keep the squirrels out. So he actually patented the technology, and we have patents in all our bird feeders. So every product that we make, we always try to innovate and come up with something and have a patent on it. So that's how it all started, and we continue in the same way. And we've sold over 5 million bird feeders since.
It's quite a few bird feeders.
Yes.
So you work in sales and marketing at the company. Do you have any personal connection to birding? Or do you enjoy birds yourself in your personal time?
Absolutely. I'm an avid bird watcher. Didn't know anything about birds when I started. I moved to Canada, to North America. So I grew up with European birds, and now I know more about North American birds than the ones that I grew up with. So yes, my household lives and breathes birds. We feed birds, we watch birds, we photograph birds. It's a wonderful job to have. It's a hobby and job two in one.
And where's the best place in the States these days to go watch birds and find some unique birds?
North America is very unique, right? So many different climates, East Coast, West Coast, birds different. You don't have to go and travel internationally. I personally loved Las Vegas because we're here in Quebec. So going to Vegas was a totally different set of birds. So it depends on where you live and what you're looking for.
Great. Well, let's jump right into the products.
Sure.
What are some of these standout products for 2024 that you want everybody to be aware of?
Well, we've just launched, we've been known for our Squirrel Buster bird feeders, right? It's 20 years, high quality, lifetime care. And we always listen to what our customers want. So they've been asking us for some high quality pole systems. So last year we actually came to Eric's show and we showed our new pole systems. Again, patented, high quality, things that no other poles have. So this is what we have. We have a Raccoon Buster Guardian pole system. So this is a heavy duty 1.5-inch pole with a baffle, so it keeps raccoons out. And the arms are so strong that you can actually hang baskets on it as well, not just bird feeders. So you're kind of creating this beautiful mini ecosystem. Then there's the Versa pole. The reason it's so unique because, again, Paul, who's the owner and the inventor of the Squirrel Buster, watch different poles and different setups. And he says, well, everybody's poles are always leaning, nothing ever goes straight. So he designed a very special quadra cut screw, he calls it, right? So there's a patent on that screw. So basically, and then he gives you a level, like a bullseye level and a torque bar. So when you're putting it in, you can see, and you want to make sure it goes in straight. And the screw just kind of, hugs the earth, doesn't displace it. So your pole is not going to be like, to one side after about a month or so. So that's what's quite unique about these poles.
And it looks like it's sort of a modular system. What are all the different accessories that you have?
So for the Raccoon Buster, when you just get one box, it would be a pole, right, with a torque bar, a wedge, and then it has 4 arms and a baffle.
So that is your standard
Raccoon
as a
Buster,
consumer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And then if you want to put another set of arms, so let's say you want to have 8 bird feeders or 8 flower baskets, you can buy another set of arms. Or if you feed birds and you want to make sure you're going to give them some water, or you've got, messy birds, you want to catch some disease, then you can have a lower tray kit where you get 2 bird baths and 2 seed catcher trays. All our feeders, our squirrel-proof bird feeders, work the same way, right? It's very simple. There's a spring mechanism inside each of the feeder. So when the birds are feeding, they're just sitting, nothing's bothering them, they're eating. But the squirrel, because it's so much heavier, jumps on the feeder. And then there's a leaf or there's something else that will just shut access to bird seeds so it can't eat. So it will go around and round and round. And because it's applying the weight to the cage or the shroud, it just can't get to seeds. So it'll try to chew things, but we make sure that all the parts that are exposed to squirrel are completely chew-proof.
Tell me about your parts program. I read that you guys lifetime parts.
Care. Yes.
Lifetime care, lifetime
Absolutely.
Parts, free shipping, all that good stuff. Why don't you tell everybody about that?
Well, another thing, Paul wanted to make sure that he would leave some kind of a legacy, right? So disposable products are no longer an option, right? We have to think of things that last. So he went and made sure that all the products are of high quality, that they can, last here in our humid summers in Quebec or our cold winters in Quebec and Florida, anywhere, right? So first of all the feeders and our poles are of high quality, but things happen, you know, it's life. So if anything happens, people, I encourage to just give us a call. All our products have a pad print on them, so they can just look on the seed tube and our phone number is printed there. So they give us a call and they say, oh, I lost a perch or something else. And we just put that in the mail and send it off to them free of charge. We just want to make sure that they continue using the same product year after year and they don't just toss it in the garbage and forget about it. So that's our program.
So that's one way that you guys are environmentally conscious.
Yes.
Is there other things that you do as a company to be a friend of the environment?
Well, yes, no disposable products, something that lasts. We support a lot of birding festivals, right? So birding conservation is a huge thing for us. We want to make sure that, if we don't help the birds, we won't have anyone to sell the bird feeders to, right? So it's good for business, it's good for the world, good for the environment. So that's another way we promote birding.
Excellent. Do you have any memorable stories or feedback from customers that, sort of highlight the impact of your feeders in their everyday enthusiasm for birds and birding?
Oh, I mean, I have lots of stories, right? I talk to customers all the time. But there's one guy who moved into one of the suburbs, right? And he didn't have any trees in his backyard. So he didn't have birds, they couldn't perch anywhere. So he loved our product so much, he went and bought 20 of our best-selling, most expensive bird feeders, and he made a Squirrel Buster Plus forest for his birds. And from that time, every year, he would only buy our bird feeders as presents to all his, friends and family. That's kind of loyalty we see. And we see this on the regular basis. Once someone buys one of our products, they never just stop with one feeder. Sort of 5 to 6 Squirrel Busters is a regular thing for us.
And it looks like your feeders are geared towards a specific type of bird. Is that, I'm seeing finch, classic. What's the difference between a finch feeder and a classic feeder, for example?
I'll tell you all about it. So yes, again, people who start feeding birds, yes, they see them around, so they put it up, and then they see that one bird comes, but then they're seeing other birds, but they're not coming to that feeder. So it means that maybe the bird seed is not right. So they start investigating. So let's say woodpeckers and nuthatches absolutely love suet or peanuts, right? So they'll come to a regular seed feeder, but if you put up a nut feeder or a suet feeder, you'll definitely get them there. So we're just trying to accommodate, and as well for our dealers and stores that carry our products, we want to make sure that whatever bird food they sell, we have that type of bird feeder to put that food inside, right? So the finch and the classic, very easy. The finch is very specific type of seed that's called Niger. Right? It has very small openings, so you cannot put regular sunflower seeds. Whereas with the classic, that's designed for black oil sunflower seeds, Niger seed will just fall out.
What other category of products should everybody be aware of? So we know we have feeders, we know we have pole systems. What else are we talking about?
Well, actually, we have our squirrel-proof feeders, but we've been selling in the UK for a while, right? We have a distributor there, and because they have different birds and different branding, we've been selling regular tube feeders there. So this is what they look like. This is one of the models. They're 3 different sizes. So they were so popular and did so well there that we just brought them over to North America as well. These are not squirrel-proof, but same, very high quality. Everything comes apart, easy to maintain, lifetime care. And for us, it's all about the backyard. So we're thinking, conquer the backyard. So we're going to continue innovating, continue listening to our customers. We live in a small town, all of us have backyards. So whatever is needed to be improved in the backyard, this is where we're going to be bringing new products.
You guys sell online as well?
Yes, we do.
Okay, so what are the different outlets online, and what do you do to make sure that retail is competitive against online?
All right. So yes, we sell on Amazon. We have our own online shop. We sell to distribution. Long time ago, we introduced a unilateral pricing policy. So basically, this is a kind of policy that you can sell at whatever price you want, but if you don't respect our policy, we reserve the right to ship to you. So that helps kind of keep everyone on the same level. So Amazon sells at the same price, as distributors and us as well. We do not do any kind of promotions to undercut our dealers. Everyone's on the same field. So that's something that we've done, we decided to do years ago to make sure that there is no major competition amongst everyone.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's very important that when a consumer goes into a retail store, they know that the price that they see in that store is competitive. And what it sounds like you guys are making a conscious effort to make sure that is the case. So that's extremely important for our customers, and I think it's extremely important for the industry in general.
Absolutely.
So that's great to hear. Where can people learn more about your products? Where's the best place to go? Are we talking YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook?
Everywhere.
Everywhere.
Everywhere. We make sure we are everywhere. It might be kind of similar content everywhere, but if you come, you'll see it. And of course, half of our employees are in customer care. This is how important our customers to us. We don't have any dialing, dial this number. You call a number and it will be a real person answering right away. Hello, this is Brome. How can I help you? So, and because we live in a small town, we're a small team, we know each other. I just shot a Father's Day ad, right? And it's a son of, from Carol works in our customer care. It's her son who's in the ad, so there was a Mother's Day ad. It was, 3 daughters from our logistics. It was our logistics manager, so that we know each other, we care about each other. And customers, it's kind of we reflect that, we project it to all our customers as well. So give us a call. We'll know about the birds. We can tell you everything about our products, and we can chat about birds for hours.
Well, thank you so much. I mean, listen, I learned a lot, and as a consumer, I consider myself America's #1 consumer. Maybe that's because I buy a little bit too much stuff. But what I found extremely enticing about your product is the fact that you are standing behind your quality with that lifetime replacement program. So, you're not just sort of out there trying to sell a bird feeder that is going to find itself unusable at the end of that season. You want people to use that bird feeder, and it's manufactured to use that bird feeder for season after season, which is unique sometimes within the industry. I'm not going to say that us as Harrod Sales, we don't have other great bird feeding products, but that's very great to hear.
Well, we spend a lot of time. I'll tell you another story. So our Squirrel Buster suet, it took us 10 years to design the product, to test it, to make sure it worked. Again, our pole systems, I've had the same prototype for about 6 years to make sure that everything worked and it never broke and it withstood all our, seasons and elements here. So this is what we do. When we decide to improve something, we study it, we build, we test, we send it to our customers to test, and only then we bring it to market. And then we support it with lifetime care.
Tatsiana, thank you so much for your time. You guys have excellent products, and I look forward to all of our customers checking them out in the future.
Absolutely. And if they have any questions, our number is 1-800-856-5685, and real people who care about birds answer our phone.
Thanks so much.
Take care. Until later.